Good people. Here we have an electronic bed that needs taking apart. My husband couldn't do it, so I was like, leave it to me. Yes. Alright. Gotcha. Okay, should be able to get the motor off. Hurrah! Wow, is that it? That's it. All these switches. Wowzers. Thought it might be a bit beefier. Oh, got it. Yeah, I definitely want that. It's greasy. Certainly greasy. No. Nice copper transformer though, look at that. That is very nice. Don't see them like that much anymore. No, alright, I just have to take those up to the workshop to get those two out, but not bad, not bad. So, now that we're back up here, we can, I don't think this comes off, it looks moulded, so that means, I think, well, my. I think these caps need to come off. Just as I thought. Oh, it gets worse. Okay, so just these should just push down through and out. 1 and 2. I wonder, it's probably quite a nice amount of copper in these, but I do often not bother with things that are so difficult to get into. That's what we like to see. I want to see what kind of motor we've got in here to know whether it's going to be worth my while or not. They're not my favourite, but damn you, it's basically just an armature. Arrgh. But because I've started this one, I will strip this one. Clampy, clampy. Right, now, different people do these in different ways. I never usually bother with them because my plan would be just to chuck this in the furnace and melt the copper out of it. As I say, I don't normally bother with armatures because it's just time consuming. But once you get to this stage, and I know some people like chop and snip and pull and push, and I can't be doing with that. I'd rather just do this gradual lucky dip on the unrolling, because I'm fine with that. It's easy. So, you know, if time's not money, fill your boots, get the goodies. You can see it's unravelling not too bad actually, is it? It's not too slow. So I'm just going to speed this up for you just for a minute. Okay, now that we're down to this amount, it's easier to actually get some snips in here and snip some of this, which I'm absolutely more than happy to do. because once you get to the stage where you can actually get your snips in, it comes away easily. It doesn't fight you like at the top. When it's packed, it's quite hard to get in and get a decent cut. Oh my god, how gross is this? I've just felt a bead of sweat run all the way down from the top of my back right the way down to my backside. That's how hot it is in this shed today. Gross. Sexy, everything about me so sexy. And there we have it, folks. That's the armature. That's the steel from it. And yeah, I was expecting a motor that had the sleeve of copper around the outside, I'll be honest, but you know, it doesn't always happen that way. So let's put this in a pot. See, it's messy when you start cutting. This is why I prefer unwinding. You don't lose any. I know unwinding really winds Ian Matthews up. Anyways, Mike. I did it with a toroidal transformer once. The fun of the reactions. Okay. Right. There's that. We also need to get off the little bit of copper on there too. Oh, squish, squish, break. Just got to pop it. There we go. Gotcha. There's brass on the inside of these. Interesting. Never noticed that before. So these bits, you see the brass at the top there. So I think I'll melt this in my bits that have got a bit more, that are a mixture of brass and copper, like my plug bits, perhaps, potentially. So I'm not going to weigh that up with that because it's got too much plastic inside it as well. Shame I wasn't filming, I just popped that with my vise. I was trying to get the circlip out, actually, but instead I managed to pop that bit so we can see all those beautiful ball bearings in there. That's fine, I'll just keep that as it is in my thing for creations. I'll leave that like that. Okay, now the transformer. Oh, look at that, that's good, isn't it? That is looking good. I knew that I would. So good, so good. I got you. Okay, so it's one of these ones where you have to break the seal. That's okay, we can do that. Worst thing I can be doing when I'm hot and sweaty, isn't it, really? But hey ho. Hey ho. One. Get these nice bits of steel. Okay, and then literally a case of tappity tap tap. You got the E for everyday solers. And then you've just got your yumminess. Mmm. Yummy. They're good. They look very nice. So with these ones, I just tend to use my cable cutters. To just do one big snip, or two in this case. On that side, and then on that side. Should be all the way through, and then. Et voila! You got the good stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I don't want you to be no slave. I don't want you to work all day. And I got you to be true, and I just wanna make love to you. And then non-stripped, and just see just what a difference it is, shall we? Okay, we've got a fuse. Now, some nice big relays. Let's have a little look at those. Yep, decent sized switches as well. Yeah. Yummy. And yep, we've got silver plated contacts in there. And obviously a solenoid of copper to get out. So that'll go into smalls for further processing another time, as will the tiny switches. Okay, so right, let's compare. Let's wait. I feel like there's a bit of a sturdier base, so we'll put this one on top of this one. And we'll zero it. Okay, so one motor on its own, not scrapped out, 734 grams. So it's quite heavy. So 0.734 kilograms, obviously. 1.618 pounds. Okay, so that's it for as it is. Zero that. $66 grams. 76 grams of copper. It's not a lot. 0.076 kilograms. 0.168 pounds. 2.7 ounces. Obviously there's a bit of plastic on there as well. So you've got to weigh that up. Is that worth your time actually dealing with that bad boy? I mean, for me, no. And this is the woman who does everything she can to get as much copper as possible. Even I don't have time to do that. But what I might do is just save them up from now on so that I can chuck them in my furnace. But I am happy with that though. It looks yummy. Now let's just see how much copper we got out of that transformer. 6.3 ounces. 178 grams. 0.178 kilograms. And 0.3, not so basically 0.4 pounds. Just under half a pound. A bit under. Very, very nice indeedy. Yum. Okay, next thing. That was awesome. Just quickly grind this off. Bear with me. All right, so now I'm sure you're all thinking, well, she's not going to want to angle grind that off. No, you're right, I don't. I hate losing copper to the angle grinder. Not my favourite pastime. So uh-oh, I don't have any metal blades. Damn. That is a surprise. I've used them all, have I? Damn. Okay, well, good job I never throw anything away. I know I've got an old one here. That'll have to do, won't it? Time for me to get myself some more reciprocating saw blades, huh? Okay. Hate it. Okay. Hate it. Oh, get this respirator off. So the way I like to get these out is by putting in I usually use a spanner. Can't find the spanner I use for this because it's been quite a while. But anything you can get in, like so, and hammer down. It's annoying that I haven't got the right spanner I use, but just for the sake of showing you a bit better, hammer it down, until you've got it all out. So, you know, I'm going to create a catch bag here. So the other thing you can do is you can tap down from this end, but what I find that does is it quite often pressures this lot in, and it creates like a flat plug over the, so if you can cut it really flush, better than me, then stamp it through. If you've got excess on the top like me, don't stamp it through, because you just make an absolute mess. A messy mess. And solders, although I am often a big mess, I'm not actually a massive fan of messy mess. Believe it or not. What I am a fan of though is copper. This stunning kind of, what is the time? Blimey, later than I thought. Got a stream to watch in a minute. Well, in an hour, not a minute. Stop exaggerating, solids. So, go up, lever it. Lever. As I say, I have actually got a poor quality screwdriver, spanner that I prefer to do this with, but it's gone walkabout. I wouldn't normally use one of my good ones. I'm a nightmare, but I'm not quite that much of a nightmare, she says. Okay, got a nice bit to hold now, and bosh. It's coming away nice and easily now. This bit's being stubborn. This bit I am going to stamp, but I'm going to stamp it with this. Perfect sized. I've got enough on it now to rather easily stamp it down. These Stanley chisels are awesome because they've got a nice little variety of sizes and they fit perfectly in all the different size motors. So right, so now that's through the top. It's not going to take too much to just bash the last bit down. There we go. They're not my favourite things to do, but they're my favourite kind of reward. So that's heavy. So we can do some maths on this one as well. My battery died. So it's about 800 grams, about 850 because of the 2 tubs. And this one as well, obviously. So we've got over 1 kilogram of yummy copper. And it's not, it's taken a while, but I mean, not that long considering I'm just tinkering in my shed doing things I needed to sort anyway. So now I've just got another load of got myself 1 kilogram of the good stuff. Yummy. And so yum 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 yum. Yum yum yum. And when that gets full, it'll go out into the newer one I started. Yummy! So I've got lots more transformers and things to do. Ugh, what a job.
Values on screen now.
Also, we'll have to add that to the weight with the steel, which is 2.34 kilograms. So then we can work out the copper versus the whole thing as a motor and transformer price, which I'll have to do some maths off camera when I get the price list. Yeah, we're having a copper kind of day. And why not, I say. Directly in half, and then like so. Okay, another load of yumminess. Yummy! This is a heavy one. My glasses hurt my ears. Oh, take them off for a minute. Yeah, this is a heavy transformer. I go through phases of keeping stuff for a while, thinking that might be handy, and you know, all this stuff. And then of course it never comes in handy. And then I think, oh, that's been sitting there for however long, you know, might as well get rid of it and such and such. How do I keep doing that? Very heavy transformer this, which is obviously nice. So even these are coated in the tape. Weird. Weird. How many kilograms this is? You know what I mean? Right. Okie doke. So now. Just get a little bit more, you know, ordered. All right. So here we've got a very beefy transformer. Now let me see. Here's the side that is very, very coated over that. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, so let's just make this slightly easier by cutting that bit off. This is so heavily taped up. Look at this. Here. There, you can hardly see it really. But that's where it is. This is heavy, heavy. It's so heavy I don't really feel like I need to put it in the vise, to be honest. I think I need some sharper cutting tools. But we'll just see how this goes. That is where the seam is coming away from. It's weakening. You can see some of them are beginning to falter. Just need a few out to, you know. It's we've got movement, so that's all we need is bit of movement. See, it's so late I can't use grinding tools, but that's okay because, you know, I like doing things by hand. So I'm just literally scraping a bit of this horrible lacquer off. and going down the grooves with the Stanley will help them to weaken everything. So, which way is this one going? This way. So, pull that one this way. This one this way. Here we go. Loosening up a little now. That one that way. The next one that way. Alright. That one that way. That way. That way. It's just got to... Just getting it started is a bit tricky. But once you've done that, it's not too bad. Now, let me find the Stanley, because what's happened here is we haven't quite broken the seal, but that's fine. I think a Stanley blade can't get under. And there we go. There we are. And then every view, you've then got a brace piece. This one's still stuck together. Okay. I can't wait for the comments on this when everyone's like, no, all you had to do was... I mean, I do know the easy way of doing it. When they've got that seam that just breaks, you know, this is slightly different in that it's just doing its own thing. And no, I'm not getting the grinder out. I'm going to do it all by hand, because that's what I like to do. Basically. Another brace bit. And just slide and slide. And yeah, I mean, it might be fiddly, but it's not too... There's another brace bit. It's not too bad. You know, definitely had worse on trickiness front. Right, which way is this? This has got multiple, I can't tell. That way. Another bracey bit. Okay, now it's so loose, we can quite easily get out the bits we need to. Okay, so we should be able to pretty freely just empty these now. Amazing, some of them are still lacquered together, but we're mostly out. It's unbelievable that how some of these are still lacquered together after such a beating, but they are. That lacquer is strong on some of that, you know. They're strong. But yeah, it is what it is. Such is life when you're trying to scrap things out. Getting a bit windy here. It's been raining. I went to the seaside. Some of you might have seen my little short video on the Find Me, Move Me, Share Me pebble that I put out. I just thought it was, well, it was actually my cousin's idea. I wanted to just write a message on a rock, and then she was like, why don't you do this? And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, let's do that. So if you happen to find it. I really hope someone finds it who wants to take part and just not someone who's like, oh, I'm going to sabotage this for the fun of it. See, we all know those people exist. But I would love to know where it's going to end up. And I would love to get it to other countries. I think that would be so awesome. But because it was spur of the moment, I didn't really decorate it quite how I would if I had, you know, thought about it with some time and effort. But maybe I'll do more. And we can have a few on the go. And, you know, I always think about Gemma and Benny when I go to the beach, because they both love the beach, and I just love the idea of neither of them got to travel really. And I just love the idea of a stone, a beautiful pebble, travelling around the world, and people who will then learn of Gemma and Benny by coming onto my channel. And it's just a way of, you know, keeping their memory not alive, because we're doing that, but spreading, new people still finding out about them. It's important to me, so yeah, I feel like it'll be cool. Hopefully we'll probably get none, but it'd be nice. You never know. Oh, this is a stubborn one. Here we go. There's not many to go yet, but this is still being stubborn, which is unbelievable, isn't it, really? Getting there. Getting there. A bit quicker now. Bit quicker now. Oh man, so much mess, but I kind of like it in a weird way. Ian said something funny. Him and I don't have OCD about tidying up, tidy sheds. Yep, it's probably the most understated, but over true statement I've ever heard. All right, last couple. Sheesh. One last bit of defiance. Come on. Ta-da! Sheesh. And I would love to be able to make these into something. You can see that lacquer on top of this. Moisture. Why is that wet? How weird. These have been inside my shed. Look at that. Sweating somehow. Yeah, it would be awesome to make a huge, like, sculpture. But look at this. I mean, there's something so satisfying about this. Hard to explain. That's a heavy load. Mess. Definitely feel like I can make these into a sculpture. And I need to get myself a welder that doesn't require I need a welder that I can just use, that will just plug into the mains instead of an air compressor. And they do exist actually, and there's some quite good reviews on them, surprisingly. But yeah, that's on the list because yeah, I just need to teach myself how to weld. But I feel like I could make awesome sculptures with components if I could just weld. You know? So yeah, the best method was scoring off the oh jeez, how did I do that? Lacquer first. That worked quite well. Right, okay. So now we've just got the plastic bit. All this wrapping, this tape is a nightmare. So look, we might actually be able to start peeling this away now that it's open. That's all just plastic. That's all still just plastic. Okay. The only thing with this is it's wrapped in annoying tape. Oh, it smells good though. I mean, obviously this tape lacquer stuff will burn off, but it goes a lot deeper than I thought. Holy moly. Damn. Holy. Where's the... There it is. Crikey. Look at that. Shush, shush, shush. There's not going to be as much of the good stuff as what I thought. If any. We're quite low down now, but we must have some because it wouldn't... There we go. So it can't just be a bit of patina under there. This has definitely got wet at some point. And that's got under all of that wrapping, that moisture. It's amazing. Amazing. Got some previous bits that I just unravelled, so let's just get it into one nice, neat, perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I love copper so do 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 dun, dun, dun. Don't you love it, baby? Boom, boom. Malfunction, baby. Bum, bum. Gotta love copper so bum, 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 bum. Yummy. And you know what? It's so nice for us folks just to be chilling in our shed, isn't it? Having fun, kicking back, messing about a little bit, and just, you know, living life a little bit. So we're getting down to the lower bits that are sticking, so hopefully we'll get back up again in un momento. But this is a nice wad, that's for sure. Now we're moving up again. It's not sticking quite as much. Now I could have cut it, but where's the fun in that? This is way more fun. Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Woo! Do 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 do. Uh-oh. What have we done? One's gone quicker than the other. Sheesh. How did that happen? Me, because I'm messing about. Stop messing about, Sollers. Take this scrapping lark seriously. Some people do it for a living, you know. I know. Wish I did, to be honest. Well, I do love my job, so that's a bit unfair, but I also would like my own proper business doing this, in which I know I wouldn't be allowed to spare the time to do this, to be fair, though, so, you know. Layer, it's gonna come. It's a-coming to the end. It's a-coming. The train is nearly at the station. Do-do-do-do. Oh, look. What an anticlimax. All tangled at the end. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ta-da! You know what? We got more, I think. I think there's another layer. Look at that, baby. Yummy! But, yeah, I do actually genuinely believe there's another layer here. And a thicker layer too. Let's see. Excuse me. Bingo! He had a dog, and his name was Bingo. Got it all on the same. Alrighty. So, the interesting thing is, we got 4 strands coming off this bad boy. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 going each way. There we go. So that's not going to be as easy. So I'm just going to do 1 first. Well, I'm going to tie it as we go because this stuff's quite thick. This is an eye destroyer. Make sure you've got these on. It's also a bit of a face destroyer, to be honest. But, you know, it's so thick you can't do it as fast anyway. So, anyway, people are not watching my videos like they used to, and the average view duration is way down. So I know that those who are still watching by this point are my loyal fans. And you love me for this kind of quirky crap, right? Yes, I'm just going to tell myself that. This kind of quirky nonsense. There we go. Oh, no, still. There we are. That last layer is heavy. Surprisingly heavy. Much heavier than that lot. Even though there's more of that thinner stuff. Thing is, burning that, there's a lot of lacquer on there. When I say burning, I mean melting, obviously. I don't burn copper. So I'm not a heathen. Right. This stuff. And I wonder how Big Stack D deals with this stuff. Does he just melt off the... Oh, no, hang on. Hang on a moment. Oh. So, it does look like it will come off. That sticky horrendousness will come off. Oh, look at that. Big soldered piece there, huh? Oh, it is sharp. It is sharp, but this might be a take indoors while you're watching TV kind of jobby. Oh, there it is. Let's see how easy. Oh, it's not too bad, you know, it really isn't. Let's do this. Hey, and although this is fun, this is long, so I'm going to hyperspeed this next bit for you. And given that whatever non-copyright music I tend to put on gets a copyright claim against it, I'm just going to make my own soundtrack to this little sped up bit. So do, doopy-doopy-doo, doopy-doopy-doo-doo-doo. And you can hear my daughter doing washing up in the background too. Aren't you lucky? This is so professional. Okay. Whew. Well, look at this. Load of yumminess. Just got my finger on my hammer. Just trying to clear the bench a little. There's a lot of tools on this one, huh? Sheesh. Now, let's have a little look. Annoyingly, I thought I had another one of these, and I was going to compare the values. Turns out the other ones I had were the same. They looked the same, but they were smaller. So I was like, darn it. So that idea's out the window. But anyway, I'm going to show you what copper I got out of this. So I've done it in a couple of different bundles. There was a lot of this clear plastic adhesive on here, and it actually caused a bit of a problem because I could get it off nearly all of it, but not quite. So I've had to leave a bit on, and I'll show you and you'll see what I mean. But oh, look at this mess. Mess. You know, you can see why some people don't like doing these. But, you know, when I show you this, I think you'll understand why some people do like doing them, to be honest. Okay. So, they are the windings, and then this was a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was just going to be a couple of wraps like they are on the smaller ones, but hello, are you seeing this copper sheeting here? You can still see residue on it. I've got most of the adhesive off, but my, that was a bit of a job. This last bit, it's so on there in so many layers that I just gave up and snipped that last bit off, because it's going to really take some stripping. The blade just wouldn't get through all these layers very easily, so it's going to be really time consuming, I think, because it's so bent, and it's going to take ages to get that bit off. So, you know, that might end up in a furnace. But let's weigh what we got, because incredible yumminess. So let's see if this is firm enough to get a decent reading. Is it going to keep changing? Yes, it is. So I'll use my big one as a base for the smaller one. Zero that. Okay, so in windings, this is the lesser amount. We've got, hang on, stick together you. 3 162 grams. So 0.3 kilograms. And then we've got the bit with the plastic on. That's another 86 grams. So in total, 446. So that's nearly half a kilogram with those. But this, I was pleasantly surprised with. 529 grams. I mean, half a kilogram in sheet copper there. How awesome is that? I definitely feel like, scrumptious. Oh my god, I could just get lost playing with this, but no, Sollers, no. So that plastic wrapping does not weigh anything, so don't worry about that. Oh, now I've done it. Come on. Okay. So 975 grams. So basically nearly a kilogram of copper out of that transformer. I've got loads of bits that I'm going to keep in my creations drawer. So I just feel like I can do something with that. So yeah, that was a bit of fun processing different transformers. Just getting nice wads of copper today, huh? Oh, I have a couple of things to show you that I got at the seaside. So let's just show you those to finish up with because they are sexy. Sexy, sexy. Okay, so I love a treasure hunt in an antique shop. Yes, I do. Oh, I've got a couple of new tools actually. And I bought these Draper gripping. Ugh, yuck, it's gone through my gloves. Gripping screwdrivers. You know, I keep saying, why don't they invent? Well, there's a flathead. Ta-da! So I really just need something with a flathead in it that I can demonstrate gripping onto. Oh, looky here. Okay, so there's a flathead, and then flatheads, they always come out, so you go down, push down from up here. Let's see, is this actually... Oh, it's fiddly. Not quite in the right position. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Oh my god, look at that. That is incredible. Look at it gripping the screw. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. And then to release. Oh my gosh. Finally, someone's invented these. Oh, that is great. So you just got to grip the screw first, basically. Oh, that's awesome. That is fantastic. Draper, if you want to send me any other tools to give a review, feel free. This is not a paid promotion. I just found, I was searching because it was doing my head in, and I found these, and I was like, yes. Okay, anyway. You know I like a naked lady sculpture. Well, I came across these. In the antique shop. Now, the savvy ones of you will notice something quite quickly, probably. I didn't notice till I got home because I clearly was just looking at this one. And I was like, oh wow, I love it. Brass, you can smell it's brass. Oh, it's got such a distinctive smell to it. It's plated brass, obviously. I like the detail. I like the detail in her face and her body, the leg. I mean, the detail is fantastic. The hair down to this leg, and I love... Sorry, my battery died, but I was savvy enough to remember to bring a spare up here. yeah, they remind me of those hood ornaments. I forget what they're called, but you know, the ones on like the old cars. And I thought, yeah, lovely. Nice flathead screw. I don't care how old it is. I think it's stunning. £10 for the pair. And I was like, that is awesome. Swooped them off the shelf. And I got home and I was showing my mum. I pulled this out and I thought, huh, that's not as nice as I remember. I was like, her face is dodgy. Her hair's dodgy. The legs are all right. But this bit would definitely... And I was like, hang on a minute. And so I pulled the other one out and I was like, it's not a pair. This one, now I feel like they probably came from the same place. I think what might have happened here, and you can tell from the weight difference, is that perhaps one was missing or broken and they had another one cast, but it's not a great cast, I'll be honest. The face is nowhere near as good. You've got the cast line. Look at that, that's totally different. So I don't really know whether, or maybe this is a knockoff of this original antique one, I don't know. Either way, they were really cheap and they have basically priced them on this rubbish one. So that's good for me. Anyway, what my plan is with stuff like this is that when I'm into sand casting, I'm going to cast my own versions. This is also slightly smaller, like you can see the foot is smaller. It's still stunning, but I mean, if we compare the weights, I think they feel like different weights, but we'll see. That could be perhaps psychological, but I think the one that I think is brass is heavier. Right, so this is let's do the real one. Exactly 300. Oh, typical, I say that and it changes to 299. So 299 grams, right? 282. It's not a huge difference, but there is a difference, and there it is. So there we are. But they are stunning, aren't they? We all know I love a naked lady sculpture. I don't mind a naked male sculpture. I just feel like the female form has a bit more curvaceous gorgeousness to it. Right, so that's those. What else did I get? And the reason I got this broken thing is that, you know, I normally use a spanner and bash it to like I showed you earlier in this video, to get this. I thought, actually, this will probably do the trick. Plus, I love an old tool. Then, in that same shop, I got all of these. Little brassy platter, which I love. Made in Hawaii. No, Thailand. I thought that was an H. Thailand. That's nice. Just a brass napkin ring. Little candelabra. That needs screwing up a bit. And then this little brassy basket. At first I was like, is that brass? It looks like brass. I smelt it. I was like, oh yeah, that's brass. It's making my mouth water, which is, I know, is a weird thing, but it's a thing, okay? I've been through this many a time. For some reason, brass and copper makes me salivate. I don't know if that's why I've always liked it. I have no idea, but I don't know if maybe I'm mineral deficient or something, but there's a very distinctive smell that brass and copper has, and I can smell it. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I noticed a little bit of patina in the bottom. I was like, wow, yeah, nice real little brassy basket, which I thought was cute. And then just some bullet casings, because I thought they'd look cute in my little cabinet where they're going to go. Obviously we've got a copper one there, well, gunmetal, and then a couple of brassy ones. So that's those. And then the pièce de résistance, except for that's really that for me, but this was broken and therefore only up on the outside boxes for £12. It's a Victorian money box, and I think it's absolutely stunning. Now, it was sellotaped up, and I thought, if the thread is in there, I can easily just replace that screw. I thought, well, it might not be in there. If it's not, perhaps I can silicone it or something. Anyway, look at the face on this bear. Opened her up. The thread's there. Oh yes. So, what I need is a brassy looking too small. Brassy looking screw. Well, I get those all the time. Comes in handy. Now, it'll be quite long. Not too long, but quite long. Get it in the right place. Yeah, that's it. We're in. Look at it. Isn't that lovely? And I could just paint that until I find one that will fit. Or actually, it won't even be seen. But isn't that stunning? So, they're my little finds. Okay, well, everybody, thank you for watching. Bit of a mixy match week, copper and brassy goodness, which you've got to love, have you not? Because it is the best thing ever. Well, I can think of a couple of things that are better, but not many. Not many. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Leave a comment, subscribe, thumbs up if you could, please, in the main comment section. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye.